Well, hello everyone. This is Mickey and Kathy back at Hills Mill Homestead. Out doing a little chores this morning, a little nippy. I think that you showed a little bit of our enchanted forest this morning. You see some of the treasures that we might find out here.
Yeah, I didn't see
Sometimes
any of
we
those.
have some homeschool tours and some kids come around and we get to digging around and we find some arrowheads every now and then. And then when things really get active, we have a little scavenger hunt with a metal detector, and there's some more things that sometimes the kids will find. I think there's some buffalo nickels and some Indian head pennies in there somewhere, or sometimes they find some. I don't know how they get there. I believe someone puts them out there, but I'm not sure. But this is a little bit of a sample of our, what I call our enchanted forest. And if you look real close, sometimes you'll see Bigfoot.
Yeah, we're at the trailhead right now.
Yeah,
You never know what you might run into in the hills of Tennessee.
this is true. But we love the woods. We love our spring. Out here in the forest this morning, it is a little nippy, spitting snow just a little bit. We have a little task that we're going to have to go take care of this morning. I noticed it yesterday. So we're going to take a little trip off to the spring and knock this out real quick. And we're going to go demonstrate our Dry Code USA boots
Yeah,
one more time.
yeah, I like those.
Yeah,
They're amazing, aren't
comfortable.
they? And warm.
They're warm. They're
Waterproof.
What I like about them is they fit your feet as you move and walk. Your boot moves and walks with your leg and your ankles.
Yeah, it's a well-made boot.
So we're going to go do a little task, and we've got to let our chickens out, let them get busy laying us some of those little gold nuggets. Come on, chickadoos. Come on, chickadoos. See the green sheen on that rooster? That's why I like the ostrich. So I'll share this with everybody. Something that I was told many, many years ago about the ostrich. And as you can see, that green sheen on their feathers. A hawk will look at an ostrich and recognize it as a crow. And of course, that's an image for a hawk, and so a hawk won't come around a crow. And if you want to free range your chickens, I suggest get some black ostrich, some roosters. They alert really well, and they're good. They're a heritage breed, and actually the black ostrich holds the record for a hen laying the most eggs. And the meat, really good meat. But as far as free ranging, I have not had any problem with hawks for years with the Australorps mixed in with the flock. So for you homesteaders that free ranging your chickens, I'd suggest you get some Australorps and add them to your flock. And just to see if that'll help if you've had a problem with your hawks getting your chickens. If you're wondering why I throw that feed off in the woods, off in the leaves, because the wind blows all that against the fence, and I want them to dig that out where to blow on through, where it won't build up against my fence. But you can see that they're really alert. And when they do alert, they all come down here to the pen. And this would be another suggestion that I would have. If you're going to free range your chickens, come this way. Look at those boots. What do you think about those?
Yeah, those are nice, babe. Need them today for sure. We got a good rain last night.
So I've got an overhead chicken wire. Just in case they do alert and there's a hawk in the air, they'll all come running under here. And that way they're safe. But also, I try to introduce 10 or 12 new ones every year. And so I'll get them as their babies, 2 or 3 days old, and I'll put them in the house until they start getting feathers, and then I'll bring them and transfer them out here. I grow them out in here until they get big enough that I can turn them out inside this pen. And then I put up my temporary fence across here, and I let them out in this area until they get big enough where I can put them in with the big chickens, because they've got to establish that pecking order. There's one, yeah. But I'm gonna tell you how I introduce the young chickens into my flock is I'll take and put it in the coop at night. I'll just slip them in there at night, and that way the next morning they don't know how to count. And so it works out. All right, so there's a few eggs for this morning. I guess we can have breakfast after all.
Yeah, sounding good.
Spreading out the feed is good for your chickens because that's more of the natural way they eat. And so if you always feed them out of a bucket, they'll always expect to be fed out of a bucket or a can. Well, that's good timing. Let's see, we hear a plane, what, once every month?
Only when we record.
Only when we record. Let's go have breakfast.
Let's do it. You cooking this morning?
Shoot, yeah. Scrambled eggs.
All right.
Better be careful walking.
I got you.
But those boots they have with some. That's one thing I like about the dry coat boots is when you're walking in the mud, they do not slip. They are secure. They're not like some of the other ones you get at the box stores where they're waterproof, but you're slipping and sliding like walking on ice.
We're just going to take you along on a little hike on the trail today. Maybe you're not able to get out, but we're going to take you along with us today. See what Mickey's got going on down here at the spring.
That's a good little hole right there. Look at there. I didn't mean to do that, but look at there. Dry, baby.
What you got going on there, Mick?
Well, I've got to get this little tree out of the way because it has created a little dam.
It's backing up your spring
And I'd
floor.
advise you not to step in that hole.
I'll avoid that.
It's almost to the top of your boot.
I noticed that.
But look,
Yeah,
dry.
that's awesome, babe.
I do like the boots, I'll have to say. And guys, this is a company that reached out to us, and we wanted to give these boots a try, to do a little review. And I've been wearing them for a couple of weeks, and I like them. They're warm, they're well insulated, they're waterproof, and I just can't say enough about them. And we've worked out an agreement with the company that we'll have a link below our video, and you can get 10% off if you'd like to order some of these boots. Now, they have the men's and the women's, but I'd say if you need some outdoor wear, duck hunters, fishermen, they have the full suits. But check them out, Dry Code USA. Perfect. Now I can get that flowing the way it's supposed to. Mother Nature crisscrossed a couple of logs and got it to back up. Formed a natural dam. You might ask why these piles of rocks are laying around.
Mickey, why are those piles of rocks laying around?
Well, you know, one of the things I love about this property is with this spring, there's a lot of rock. I love the rocks with the moss. They sure do make for a pretty rock wall, foundations, all natural. Well, I guess we're going to go off to the next task.
What you got on the agenda?
Cleaning this out. Dig a little bit more down. Make sure it's got a good flow all the way. That'll be good enough for now. The sunshine's coming out. And guys, I want to thank you for watching the video. I hope there's something that you've learned from this video, maybe about the Australorp roosters. I'm a fan of those. I'm not going to say it's a guarantee that if you have Australorp roosters that you'll never have a hawk problem, but anything that you can do to reduce the risk is just going to be a benefit for you. So thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next video.
True story. That's our food pantry, you know.
Our walking pantry. Literally our mobile pantry.
What kind of rabbits you got there, Mick?
White New Zealand. Male and female.
It's a beautiful breeding pair.
Yeah, I've got 2 more females coming. Just not yet.
What you feeding them this morning?
Well, most of you homesteaders know, but if you don't, for your rabbits, their biggest diet should be Timothy hay. I know everybody buys all these different treats, and it's okay to give them carrots and different things and things from your garden, but Timothy hay should be their bulk of their diet.
You've had a lot of rabbits over the years, haven't you, Mick?
I've had a few for sure. Come on. Following me, are you?
I'd follow you anywhere. Thank you. An officer and a gentleman.